What's good, YouTube? Nova here, bringing you guys my updated Gem Knight deck. So let's gonna jump right into it. I'm playing still 3 copies of Garnet. He's still kind of the main card of the deck in a way. The deck still focuses on normals, but so Garnet, he doubles for his name and just for his pyro. Other than that, he's an extra normal. That's about it. And then I'm playing the 2 Chronomaly just to finish up the normals. Chronomaly, he is good for his thunder, but also more just because he's a Gem Knight. And he's a normal monster as well, so it kind of fits in with the deck, with how the deck works with sending Obsidian from hand or Lazuli from anywhere and getting a free normal back to hand or a special summon to the field. That's mainly why you have to play the 5 normals. Jumping into the effect monsters, the ones that actually matter. We're playing 3 copies of Obsidian. When Obsidian's effect basically is, whenever he's sent from the hand to the grave, you can target a level 4 lower normal monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. So he's pretty good like that. But the only problem the only thing he has a problem with is if you send him from your deck, you don't get the effects, which kind of sucks. Moving on. We got 3 copies of Lazuli. Lazuli's nice because whenever this card is sent to the grave by a card effect, you get to target a normal monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. She's really good because she allows you to, like, if you fusion someone using her and like Garnet, you get to add Garnet back to hand, and then you banish her to add Gem Knight fusion back to hand. It's essentially a one card fusion, so pretty nice. And then just for the last 3 Gem Knights, I'm playing 2 Alexandrite and 1 Sardonyx. The reason I'm just playing the 3 of these guys is because they're extra names. Sardonyx is a pyro though, and he's treated as a normal engrave, so you can somewhat combo him in the deck with as a normal. But mainly they're in here just to be extra names for your Brilliant Fusion. And then moving into so that's it for Gem Knights. It's 14 Gem Knights. Or 15 Gem Knights. Nope, 14. Yeah, 14 Gem Knights. Alright, moving in. I'm playing 3 Goblin Bird. This just gives the deck a little bit of an XYZ speed, because all the Gem Knights are mostly all level 4s. So these let you go into rank 4s a lot quicker. And then to combo that to summon, I'm also playing 2 Summer Monk. I'm playing 19 spells, so Summer Monk is almost always live. Playing 1 Mass Chameleon, just because there's targets. You're playing the 3 Goblin Bird, and then the 3 Garnets. So you have many targets for Mass Chameleon. Mass Chameleon lets you go into rank level 7 synchros, which we'll get to when we will get to that. Level 8? Well, yeah, level 8 synchros. Anyway, and the last monster is Glow Bulb, which he lets you basically send the top card of your deck to the graveyard if he's in your graveyard and special summon him. But most of the time, you'll go Goblin Bird into Glow Bulb into this good guy. Alright, so that's it for the smaller stuff. Moving into spells, I'm playing for the Gem Knight spells. I'm playing 3 copies of Gem Knight Fusion. It's a standard must. This card is so good. Lets you fusion summon monsters from your hand or your side of the field and go into Gem Knight Fusion monsters. And then if this card's in your graveyard, you can banish 1 Gem Knight monster in your graveyard and then add this card to your hand. 3 Brilliant Fusion. You get to send monsters from your you get to basically fusion summon 1 Gem Knight Fusion from your extra deck by using materials from your graveyard. From your deck, by sending them to the grave. And then you have to discard a spell card. Its attack becomes 0, but if you discard a spell card, you get to make its attack original. But if you discard Gem Knight Fusion, it's not even a cost, because you can just add it back. I'm playing 3 Absorb Fusion, just because this lets you add one Gem Knight card, so you can add either your Gem Knights or your Gem Knight fusions. And then to keep the deck on a speedy place, we're playing 3 Upstart Goblins just to deck thin, because this deck really just wants to go through all its cards really quickly. So 3 of those. So that's it for the 3 ofs. Moving into the 2 ofs, I'm playing 2 copies of Instant Fusion, mainly just to be able to go into Norden, so you can make Exceed summoning a lot faster. Or actually, you can Synchro Summon if Mass Chameleon is in Graveyard. So, and then I'm playing to round up the last 2 ofs. We're playing 2 Twin Twister. You can discard anything really, like any of your monsters, because you can usually get them back. Or you can discard Gem Knight Fusion and re-add it to hand by banishing a Gem Knight in grave. So this card can almost become just a free 2-card MST. Then I'm playing 1 Raigeki, obviously. The 1 Foolish. Foolish isn't here just to send mainly Glow Up Bulb, but also you can send like Lazuli if you need a Gem Knight back to hand and you have a normal engrave, you can add her. You can send her to add back, or if you just want to send like anything to add Gem Knight Fusion back, you can Foolish it too. Then I'm playing 1 Rhoda. Just because we're playing 3 Goblin Bird, and I wanted the ability to search it. So that finishes off the main deck. Moving into extra, I'm playing for the synchros. I'm playing 1 copy of Beast. Beast shuts down completely. Shuts down any Pendulum deck, because they can't. If this card comes out first turn, that deck instantly loses. Because even if you won't play 6 cards and you have to mill, 12 cards to negate it, that's fine. Because then they'll have nothing and you can just beat with Beast. Like, if they don't open their trap cards to back up, or if you're going first and you can drop this guy, you instantly win. I'm also playing 1 Armades, Keeper of Boundaries. Basically, he doesn't really matter. Like, you'll almost never go into Armades, but he's just an option if you need to. And then for the Masked Chameleon, I'm playing 1 Psyframe Lord Omega. Omega is actually pretty good in this deck because you are banishing quite a lot for Gem Knight Fusion to add it back to your hand. So you can actually go into Omega and then return return one of the banished cards on your opponent's standby phase back into the grave, which gives you more fodder. Also, when he's in your graveyard, also when he's on the field, you can banish him during either player's turn to take a card out of your opponent's hand, which is not bad. But then it comes back in the next standby phase. But anyway, and then when he's in your graveyard, you can return him to the extra deck and return a card in your grave to the deck. So it lets you put things like Brilliant Fusion or Brilliant Targets for Brilliant Fusion back into the deck to make that card more live. So overall, Psyframe Omega, very useful in the deck. Moving on to the fusions, I'm playing 2 copies of Elder Entity Norden. Basically, Norden, you instant fusion into this guy, and then when he's special summoned, you can target 1 level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but its effects are negated. You can go into Glow Up Bulb and then make Armades if you have no other options, but most of the time you'll use it to add any level 4 monsters so you can make your rank 4s. That's about all that you use Norden for. I'm playing 1 copy of Citrine. Citrine is 1 Gem Knight monster plus a Pyro, so you have 4 targets for this guy. 4 Pyro targets, so he's pretty often you can pull Citrine pretty easy. Basically, whenever he attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So he's not so bad, because if your opponent's bought a back row but nothing to respond to him, you can swing with him. And then I'm playing 1 copy of Gem Knight Prismara. Prismara basically needs a Thunder, so he's not as easy to pull off. But once again, you can set it up where you can pull him off. Basically, you can discard 1 Gem Knight card from your hand to target 1 phase of card on the field, and then you get to pop it. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Then I'm playing 1 Gem Knight Ruby. Ruby needs one Gem Knight Garnet and any other Gem Knight. So he has 3 targets. You can generally pull off Ruby easy as well. Basically, once per turn you contribute 1 face-up gem monster, and then he gains attack equal to the attributed monster. And then if this card attacks a defense position monster, he inflicts piercing. So he's alright. And then I'm playing for the easier ones. 1 copy of Gem Knight Zirconic. Basically, he's a 29 beat stick that just needs 1 Gem Knight plus a rock. So pretty much everything in the deck is, almost every Gem Knight that's not normal is always rock. So you have lots of targets for that. And then he's just a 29 beater. That's about it. He's not the best. Then I'm playing for 3 of each of these guys need just any 3 Gem Knight monsters. So a lot of times you'll make this guy off of Brilliant Diamond, or off of Brilliant Fusion. So you'll make Lady Diamond. You'll go Brilliant Fusion, send 3. You get the effect of Lazuli to add it back, add the normal that you just sent back to hand. You have the extra guy engraved. You can go Lady Diamond's effect, tribute herself, and then you can drop this guy, Master Diamond, who just comes out as usually a 32 to 33 beater that has an effect that you could banish 1 level 7 or lower Gem Knight Fusion in your graveyard, and then until the end of the phase, this card, until the end of the phase, this guy gains that monster's name and that monster's effect. So he's all right. But usually you'll go Lady Diamond, tribute, or drop Master Diamond. So yeah. So that's it for the fusions. Moving into the XZs. I'm playing 1 copy of King of Feral Imps. He's really just to search your Masked Chameleon. That's really it. He just kind of speeds you to Masked Chameleon a lot quicker. Not too much to be said there. 1 copy of Gaga Cowboy just for the burn. The 1 Castel just to detach 2, return 1 face-up card to the deck. And then 101 Silent Arc just to be able to detach 2 and absorb an opponent's monster. There's so little space in the extra deck, you just have to conserve so much space. That's it, guys. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Your move, your move, your move, your move.